Are you always looking for a fragrance that lasts really long? I mean 12 plus hours of longevity and 3 plus hours of projection, absolute room fillers and beast mode fragrances? The answer for this question for most people out there, it will be like, that's just the fragrance I want. Do you need those kind of fragrances all the time? Just take a short pause and think, because a long time back I also used to think just like that. Now imagine you are walking into the meeting room or into the office and you are wearing one of those long lasting beast mode fragrances and you have gone crazy with the spray routine. While some people out there may compliment you, there will certainly be some people out there who won't really like that smell. And it's just not for the office too. Imagine in a date situation, there isn't a fragrance that is guaranteed to please everybody. So if you love fragrances and you want to smell good all the time, but you also don't want to annoy people around you, then you should always have some mild fragrances in your collection. And today we will be looking at just those kind of fragrances, mild and pleasant smelling but not too loud, and will still garner you some compliments, but only if people come to the scent bubble around you. Now before we start this video, if you love fragrance related content like this, you can consider subscribing to the channel, and if you hit that notification bell, you won't be missing out on my new videos. Now let's get this video started. At number 6 on this list is a fragrance from the house of Ahmad Al-Maghribi. Yes, you heard that right, it is from Ahmad Al-Maghribi, because most of the times they are very long lasting. Now the Aqua Oud from Ahmad Al-Maghribi is decently long lasting, particularly when you consider it is a summer fragrance, and mostly fresh fragrances do not last very long. Certainly there are outliers, but this one is on this list because of its very soft projection. Actually it lasts for around 6 hours, but the projection right from the beginning it is soft. In terms of smell, it will definitely remind you of the Acqua di Gio Perfume, so it is salty, aquatic, slightly spicy fragrance. The scent profile does make it lean towards the masculine side. The spices in this fragrance make it complex enough to be usable for office and formal events. You will just need to reapply this fragrance few times in a day, and it will keep you fresh, refreshing, light and airy throughout the day. The scent profile is also one of the most popular fragrance DNA out there, so picking this fragrance isn't actually a wrong choice. At number 5, I would like to put a very interesting fragrance. It is the Al Haramain Tanasuk. In my humble opinion, it is a vastly underrated fragrance, which actually feels a bit strange since I saw this perfume for the first time, you know what, in a Jeremy fragrance video. I know it was a long time back when he actually used to do fantastic videos. Keeping it aside, this perfume smells fantastic. You get a relatively fresh rose smell along with a touch of jasmine as well. For some reason, if you hate floral fragrances, I would say totally avoid this one. But if you are one of those who likes rose-based fragrances and don't mind floral perfumes, this is one of those fragrances that you must try. It's not simply a floral fragrance, you will also get little bit of vanilla, but it's not overly sweet or candy-like sweetness. Having said that, it does remind me a little bit of rose candy, which I think is still available. But this one is light, airy and diffusive, and something that you can pull off all year round. I am also getting a hint of spicy element, but it is so light that it is difficult to pinpoint it. And despite being a light and mild fragrance, the performance is actually pretty decent. I am getting about 5 to 6 hours of longevity with a soft projection for the first hour. But even after that, you will have a nice scent bubble around you. It's not like that after the first hour it will become skin scent or something like that. It is perfectly unisex, and if you love rose-based fragrances, you can certainly give it a try. Now moving on to the 4th fragrance, it is a new one here, Rasasi Sura Boise. For a detailed review, you can check my previous video where I have talked about this fragrance in depth. In short, it is a sweet, nutty fragrance, and if you love fragrances like the Azaro Wanted lineup or the Stronger With You lineup, you will definitely appreciate this perfume. And one more thing, while this perfume is marketed for men, don't worry, it is completely unisex. Now coming to the performance, it's definitely on the average side. You will get about 5 to 6 hours of longevity, and the projection will be good for the first hour. Now this perfume doesn't have a very big scent bubble, and I would recommend this as a close encounter fragrance. While the performance isn't that great, the compliment factor of this fragrance is very strong. Now let's move on to the 3rd fragrance of this list. This one is an Iris based fragrance, and if you are following this channel for a while, I think you know until now I just love Iris based fragrances. Now his Confession from Latafa has decent dose of iris but not too much sweetness. It reminds me a little bit of the Givenchy Reserve Privé, but this one is not so boozy in nature. There is lot of powderiness from the lavender as well as the iris, and the sweetness is balanced out with with the tonka beans and the vanilla, but what's different is slight bit of smokiness and a touch of spiciness. Personally, I don't find this fragrance to be very sweet, so I can recommend this fragrance for the office or any formal events. It smells very classy and expensive. It also has that lipsticky, waxy, sort of a makeup smell that you associate with the iris, but it doesn't venture into the chocolatey side. Coming to the performance of this fragrance, I am getting about 4 to 5 hours of longevity, and the projection is decent for the first 45 minutes. I also like the bottle design of this fragrance. It might seem tacky to some people, but I find this one to be quite unique. Moving on to the second fragrance of this list, this perfume also has a very interesting bottle design. It is the fragrance called Nuke 2.0, and from the bottle design you might have guessed it. This perfume will heavily remind you of the Spice Bomb Extreme. There is no cap in this bottle, instead what you get is a stopper. While I have no problem with the design, the stopper was a bit flimsy. With little bit of pressure it broke into two pieces. While the bottle is working perfectly, the presentation part feels a bit unfinished. I really wish that this fragrance and the number one fragrance of this list had a bit more performance, to be honest, because I really love the smell of both of these fragrances. But it is what it is. You will get lots of spices and enough vanilla to keep you interested. In fact, the scent is very well balanced with the sweetness and the spiciness. The cumin and the cinnamon are very prominent. You will also get a little bit of vanilla and a hint of tobacco. And this fragrance is pretty linear, to be honest. It is not going to change a lot with time. In terms of performance, I am getting about half an hour of projection and the longevity is around 4 hours. You will have to spray about 6 to 10 times to get decent scent bubble. But despite the performance, I really love the scent profile. Especially during the winters when it is chilly and cold, this perfume feels very warm and inviting in nature. Now if you are adventurous enough, try to layer this fragrance from the Latafa His Confession. Now let's move on to a fragrance that's really close to my heart. I am talking about the Valentino Uomo. I had read somewhere it is getting discontinued, but that would really be a shame considering it is such a beautiful fragrance. Yes, it is once again an Irish based fragrance, but it is more chocolatey, slightly nutty, and this one is so seductive in nature it is perfect for date nights. And if you love fragrances like the Dior Intense, you are absolutely going to love this one also. Now you can find the in-depth review of this fragrance on my channel, but you should also know that despite having a beautiful smell, I mean absolutely fantastic smell, the performance is not so good. But you know what, sometimes good things come in small packets, and that is what this fragrance is. You will get around 4 hours of longevity and half an hour of projection, and it's really a soft smell. So unless someone is coming close to you, they are not going to smell it. But this time the smell is so good, I am willing to take the performance hit, especially when you can find this fragrance for a really good price. If you found this video interesting, please hit that like button, and I am just short of 100k subscriber by 98.4k subscribers. It's pretty close, isn't it? So please consider subscribing to the channel as well. And if you want more fragrance videos like this, don't forget to hit the notification bell as well. And that's it for today's video. I will meet you all in an exciting new video next week. Till then, stay safe and as always, stay honest.